You scroll past fitness videos every day. Guys your age doing muscle-ups, one-arm pull-ups, perfect physiques. And every single time you see it, your brain whispers the same sentence. I could never do that. So you grab your phone tighter, laugh it off, swipe again. But deep down, it bothers you more than you admit. Because there's something humiliating about hanging from a bar and realizing you can't even pull your own body up once. Not one rep, your arms shake. Your grip dies. Your body feels heavy, weak. And suddenly it's not just about a pull-up anymore. It feels like proof. Proof that you've been losing against yourself for a long time. And the worst part? You already know why. It's the late nights, the constant scrolling, the "I'll start tomorrow" cycle, the energy drinks, the games, the sitting, the overthinking, the motivation videos you watch instead of actually changing. You don't hate discipline. You hate what discipline exposes. Because the moment you try to do one pull-up, reality answers honestly. Most teenagers today aren't weak because they're lazy. They're weak because their brains are exhausted. Dopamine every second. Notifications, TikTok, Reels, short clips destroying your attention span piece by piece until even basic effort feels painful. Your brain got trained to quit before your body even starts. And nobody talks about that. They just tell you to work harder. But what if the problem isn't your muscles first? What if it's your identity? Think about it. Every day you repeat invisible sentences to yourself. I'm not athletic. I'm too skinny. I'm too fat. I'm just not built for it. And eventually your brain believes them. Psychology calls this learned helplessness. When someone fails enough times, they stop trying before they even begin. Sound familiar? You walk into gym class already expecting embarrassment. You avoid the pull-up bar because you don't want people watching. You pretend not to care, but secretly you do. A lot. Some of you watching this have never even attempted one because failing in front of people feels worse than staying weak in private. And that hit harder than you expected, didn't it? Here's the crazy part though. Your body is listening to everything your mind repeats. Every excuse becomes a command. Every delay becomes a habit. And habits build identities. That's why one failed pull-up feels emotional. Because it reminds you of every other thing you said you'd improve, but didn't. Your sleep schedule, your confidence, your body, your focus, your life. You keep waiting for motivation to arrive like some movie moment. But motivation doesn't come to distracted people. It comes after movement, after effort, after pain. Nobody tells teenagers that anymore. They tell you to manifest, to visualize success. But your brain trusts evidence, not fantasies. The first real confidence boost doesn't come from looking in the mirror. It comes from doing something you once thought was impossible. That's why your first pull-up changes people emotionally. Not physically, emotionally. Because for 1 second, you stop seeing yourself as weak. And maybe you think this video isn't about you. Maybe you're telling yourself, it's just a pull-up. Okay, then why did failing it stay in your head for months? Why do you remember exactly how it felt when your feet dropped back to the ground? Why do you keep comparing yourself to stronger people online? Because deep down, every teenage guy wants to feel capable, strong, respected, not invisible. But modern life is turning people into spectators, watching instead of doing, consuming instead of building. You know what's scary? Some of you are mentally older than your parents were at 40, burned out at 16, constantly overstimulated, constantly tired, constantly escaping into screens because reality feels disappointing. And slowly, your body starts reflecting your mindset. Slumped shoulders, low energy, no confidence. Then one day you see a pull-up bar and realize your own body became too heavy to carry. Not because you're broken, because you stopped challenging yourself. There's another psychological truth nobody tells you. Humans need struggle. Without resistance, your brain creates anxiety. That's why easy lives still feel miserable sometimes. Your mind needs proof that you can overcome hard things. And right now, your brain has too much evidence of quitting. That's the real issue. Not your genetics, not your age, your evidence. Every time you say later, your brain records it. Every time you avoid discomfort, your identity weakens. So when you grab the pull-up bar, your mind already expects failure. Imagine this though. One day from now, you try again. Still can't do one. But this time you hang for longer. Your grip hurts. Your arms burn. You almost let go, but you don't. Then a week later, you pull halfway up. Then 1 month later, your chin finally clears the bar. Do you understand what happens mentally in that moment? Your brain receives new evidence. Evidence that you can change. Evidence that effort actually works. And suddenly your entire personality starts shifting. Because confidence is earned through proof, not compliments. That's why some of you feel empty after watching motivation videos. They make you feel strong temporarily without actually becoming stronger. It's fake progress, cheap dopamine, and your brain knows the difference. Let me call some of you out for a second. You say you want confidence, but you avoid every situation that could build it. You want a better body, but your screen time is 8 hours. You want respect, but you can't keep promises to yourself for more than 2 days. And listen, that's not hate. That's honesty. Because nobody becomes mentally strong while constantly escaping discomfort. The world is becoming softer. Attention spans are collapsing. Discipline is rare now, which means if you build it, you instantly become different. That's the opportunity. Not everyone will understand this video. Some people will click off and keep scrolling. But the ones still watching, you're tired of feeling stuck, tired of feeling behind, tired of secretly doubting yourself every single day. And I want you to remember something important. Every strong person you admire once struggled with basics too. Nobody starts powerful. They become powerful after hundreds of embarrassing attempts nobody saw. The difference is they kept showing up after failure stopped being fun. So comment honestly. How many pull-ups can you actually do right now? And be real. No lying for strangers online. Because this isn't about impressing people anymore. It's about facing yourself honestly for once. Another question. When was the last time you truly challenged yourself without quitting halfway? Most people won't answer that. Because the truth makes them uncomfortable. But discomfort is where identity changes. And maybe one pull-up won't fix your life overnight. But it represents something bigger. It represents finally winning a battle against the weaker version of yourself. The version addicted to comfort, to excuses, to delay. One pull-up becomes 2. 2 becomes 5. Then suddenly the kid who once avoided the bar entirely becomes someone others look at for inspiration. Not because he became perfect, because he stopped running from hard things. One day you'll realize the pull-up bar was never testing your arms. It was testing your mind. And the moment you finally pull yourself up for the first time, you won't just rise above the bar. You'll rise above the version of yourself that thought you never could.